Okay, today we're going to do an oil change on a 2004 Toyota Sienna XLE 3.3 liter V6. We're also going to reset the maintenance light on the dash. First we want to start with pop the hood. Okay, next you want to locate your oil drain plug. And specifically on this Sienna, it's just underneath the passenger side, right back there. Now after you clean up the oil, you get your drain pan ready. There we go. You want to note the condition of your drain plug here. Kind of wipe that off. Some of them may have either a brass or copper washer at the base of this thread here, but this one never came with one, so I'm not going to really worry about it. And just go ahead and rethread it back into your drain plug, a drain hole. You know about holes, don't you? Clean up a mess here. Take our ratchet wrench. We don't even have to really switch it back to lock position, because I love this ratchet wrench. All you got to do is just flip it around. To go back in a tight position. There you go. Just a snug. That's all you need. Next, we're gonna drag our oil pan, or our oil drop pan, underneath where I believe the oil filter is going to come out, because you are going to get some drippage. One. Now the harder part is we're going to be looking for the oil filter, which is down underneath this heat shield. You could do it one of two ways. You could either remove the heat shield, or if you got small enough hands, you could reach up under there and grab that. Next we're going to take our plier-like filter wrench here. Our filter is right down there. Now be careful, this part's going to be hot. I decided it's going to be too much of a pain in order to get down there with that filter wrench, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove the heat shield with our 10mm ratchet wrench, or gear wrench, some people call them. Should be only two on here, and the heat shield should just lift right up. There we go. Set that aside. Finally got it unscrewed. And there we go. Now you want to go down here, clean off your oil filter mounting surface, and make sure that the gasket material from the old filter isn't left on there. Okay, next, grab your new filter. Nice gasket on there. Take a little bit of the new oil that you're going to put in, rub it around the gasket on there. So it's got a nice good film on there. You might want to make a 3/4 turn after it makes contact with the base. That's half, and that's 3/4. And at this point I'll go ahead and put the heat shield back on. Take our oil cap, set that aside. Place our funnel there. Now next, that we want to put in between 4.5 and between 4 and 4.5 on the side of just about every 5-jug bottle of oil. You're going to have this line right here, so we're going to want to stop right there. If you're not sure how much oil to use, just check with your owner's manual. They'll give you the specifications and even the grade of oil that you're supposed to be using. Okay, we put 4 quarts in. I'm going to get a reading. Make a first wipe. Clean it off. Reinsert. And it looks like the reading's right up to the top dot there, and that's with 4 quarts. But, and it's a mighty big but, we got to take in consideration that we have an empty oil filter down there that has no oil in it. And that filter is not that big. That's about the size of a pint. So what we're going to do, we're just going to add just a little bit more. That should be about right. So that way when we start the engine, the oil will filter, get into the filter, fill that up, and compensate for the added amount I put in. And while we got the hood open, might as well top off the rest of our fluids. Or if not, at least give them all a check. Okay, next, I'm going to leave myself a little reminder when the next one is due. There we go. Okay, on this one we want to make sure that that oil light's going to go out. Perfect. So this is how you do the maintenance reset light.
As you can see, the maintenance light is on. First thing you need to do is make sure the odometer is on, not the trip. You can change it over here. And that's what you need. So I'll show the mileage of the car. And then what you need to do is shut the ignition off. And then you need to push the odometer light and hold it and put the ignition on. And as soon as you put the ignition on, you'll be able to see those little dots. Boom, it says 0. You're all set to go. Maintenance light is off.
Oh, and I almost forgot to mention that after you get it started, after you put the oil in, just get out, go around, and look underneath, make sure you have no leaks. At the moment, the only thing I have is a little bit of smoking. That's probably because a little bit of oil had gotten on the manifold, but that'll burn off in no time. So Happy oil changing.